the narrative surrounding him
We're
already?
going to talk about all the narratives surrounding
the
Dak.
narratives.
One of the narratives is obviously he made the comments about bringing his interception down. Now everybody wants to count his interceptions in training camp. Very, very, very weird behavior to me, but I digress. Also want to talk about the fact that he is literally being given the entire offense to run. So I kind of just want y'all thoughts on that. How, from what y'all have seen, how do y'all think Dak Prescott looks in training camp? Because I think, and I'll start. I think that listen, I've been waiting for, and those that know me, probably Mark knows me the longest, on this show. And I think Mark can attest that I have been so adamant about opening up the playbook, letting Dak do him. And, I don't feel like Kellen Moore really did that to the extent that he could, right? So seeing him kind of being given the reins, I mean, that's what you expect from a $40 million a year quarterback. Let him go out there and see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to start. He should have been this. He going into season 8. That's crazy that we're just inching him in right now. It's cool. Prime time, baby. It is what it is. It's prime years for Dak. But I think he looks good relatively. His connection with Brandon Cooks has been amazing. The chemistry there has been super dope. He's he's a great receiver. I think obviously his chemistry with CeeDee Lamb is amazing. I like what I'm seeing I'm seeing a little bit from, I saw a lot of it yesterday. I didn't see much today, but I saw a lot of it from Michael Gallup. He looks like that he's returning to form. The offensive line looks really, really good, and Zach Martin is not even in the lineup yet. So I with the expectations, I expect the offensive line to probably be like top 3 this year. I'm not even gonna lie. That they look really good with Tyler Smith, and again, Zach Martin is gonna be there, and you got Tyron Smith, of course. Like, those guys are going to be some good folks to give my guy Dak the protection he needs. Now, as far as the interceptions are concerned, let me put this camera in on me right quick. Okay. As far as the interceptions are concerned, damn it, everybody that want to count his interceptions, everybody that got something to say, but they only talking because he opened his mouth and said, hey, I just want to be better. The man just said he want to be better. He doesn't want to throw for 10 interceptions this year. I don't know. Did he stamp it? Did he guarantee it? I don't think Chuck guaranteed it. He just said that he ain't gonna throw for 10 interceptions this year. He's holding himself to a standard. He damn if you do, damn if you don't. And I think that I have seen him make some really great reads. What I've learned about the West Coast offense is that it is an offense that is very simplified, that he'll be able to, get through his reads. He can read with the defense. They're gonna take what the defense give them. And I think that from what I've seen in practice, he's done that relatively well. I saw I think Buddy on like 3 picks or whatever. I seen a pick get tipped off. I seen him severely overthrow a ball. I've seen him severely underthrow a ball. So that's the stuff that he got to work on. That's the purpose of training camp. So I'm not worried there. But overall, I like what I'm seeing from Dak Prescott. I like his energy. I like how he is making others around him better. He is literally doing what y'all have been asking the man to start doing since he's getting paid $40 million a year. He's finally stepping into that. So I don't really want to hear nobody else's mouth about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let my man do him. Tell me what y'all think about what y'all been seeing from Dak so far. Let's start there.
I'll take this one real quick.
Sure.
I don't know if Dak makes anybody around him better. If you put CeeDee Lamb at some other places, he would still be CeeDee Lamb. Brandon Cook has been solid wherever he was at, so I don't think he's making him better either. I just feel like Dak is still who he is. You take the good with the bad with Dak. He threw some amazing passes to Brandon Cooks, and it was great to see. Then he threw some underwhelming passes that made you feel like, you know what, Dak? Why would you throw that pass? I do feel, though, I agree with you that I think the narrative on Dak is definitely harsh. Dak is under a different microscope than other players are. Because Patrick Mahomes throw interceptions, Aaron Rodgers throw interceptions. But everybody ain't giving the same energy to them two how they do with Dak Prescott. All on the strip because Dak Prescott said, I don't want to throw 10 interceptions, more than 10 interceptions this year. So I can get that. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Dak is a good quarterback. I always say that Dak is a top 10 quarterback. You just got to take what come with him. I personally feel like if Dak uses his legs a little bit more, he'll be more dangerous. But I feel like the pressure of him being a 40 million quarterback. He want to show people that he a 40 million quarterback instead of just playing your game and just do what you do best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like to a certain, they should let him freelance and let him do what he do. You know what I mean? And that's my opinion.
Talk to me, Gunnels.
Yeah, so when we watch these training camp stuff, it's kind of hard because we're not actually there for the whole practice. So they only show certain clips. You don't get to see the whole entire practice. So I'm not going to overreact to some interceptions. Guys throw interceptions at training camp all the time. I'd rather you throw interceptions now in practice than the actual game. But I think overall, I think kind of what Heavy said, they have the talent around Dak to where he's going to be just fine. You got to bring in a Brandon Cooks, who I really like. I think he can elevate that offense. I think CeeDee Lamb has another level to reach. If you have Michael Gallup healthy with that offensive line, you're looking at a potential top 5, definitely top 10 offense again, as long as they get that running games together. I like Tony Pollard. Need to bring somebody else in, I think, just to kind of take some stress off of him. But I think overall, though, Dak will be fine. But, he's not a guy like kind of he's not going to elevate others, but he can get elevated from this situation around him.
That's crazy that y'all don't feel like my man is an elevator.
Hey, Gio, all I try to do is call a spade, brother. I just try to call it like elevate. I can. That's all I can do.
I feel crazy that y'all
that's
don't
all
feel
I
like
do.
that's Dak, but that's cool. Talk to me, love.
But I mean, the elevated thing, that's why people say like he's just, I mean, him and Kirk Cousins are the same quarterback, because they're not going to elevate the level of player to players, but if you put talent around them, they will be successful. We've seen Dak be successful with the talent that he has. We've seen Kirk Cousins be successful with the talent that he has. I do think Dak is a good quarterback. I don't think he's terrible. And the thing is too, like, people are making big deal about practice interceptions. So what? It's practice. Like Mark said, I'd rather you throw them in practice than to get out there in the games and start throwing interceptions. Even like I said last week, I don't even care about the interceptions. When are you throwing the interceptions? Are you throwing them late in games? Are you throwing them early in games? Are they interceptions that are going to turn the tide of a game? And they may not be. So like, the interceptions ain't the whole 10 interception thing ain't a big deal. But it's crazy that they show the interceptions in practice, but there's plenty video of him just throwing dots in practice the whole time, and nobody brings that up. And I mean, we already knew Brandon Cooks was going to be a good addition for them. And he was going to take the top off the defense. We saw that in some of the clips that's already been out there, and it allows CD to work underneath. It allows Michael Gallup to do what he does as well, and he's removed from that injury. So I don't have an issue with the interceptions in practice. It's just, it's your fan base, or not your fan base, but your divisional foes that's going to create those narratives around Dak, especially after he said, I'm not going to throw 10 interceptions this year or whatever. So it's not a big deal. I mean, it's training camp, dog. Like, we ain't even got to the real games yet. We practicing. Like, and that's practice. That's where you get all the kinks out. That's where you get all the kinks out in practice.
And to add on to you, Lou, like, he threw a dime today to Brandon Cooks in the back of the end zone. Like, and nobody said nothing about it. You know what I mean? The other day, that deep post, that was on the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I agree with Shooter, you know what I mean? Even though I can't stand the Cowboys, but I do agree with her when it feel like Dak, they definitely do. He's a target. They put a little bit more extra on Dak than they do other quarterbacks. They don't keep the same energy. So I can agree with that.
Sure.
And it may not just be your division, but it's definitely Eagles fans that's making a big
Eagles fans, bro.
So I know it may not just be your division, but they making a big deal.
Y'all see this? Y'all see it though, right?
First and foremost, I seen the Eagles account. How you an Eagles content creator and all your
content? You ain't got no Eagles content on there.
It's no Eagles. It's all the Cowboys.